All right, boys and girls, we've been working on matter these past couple days last week in science. So I'm going to read you a little article and you're going to fill in the blank with the best word. Okay, remember if you need to circle anything or highlight while you're reading, that would be a great idea. Why does matter matter? What do trees, air, and water have in common? They all have matter. That means they take up space. You might be wondering why these things look so different if they all have matter. Everything found on Earth can be grouped into one of these three states of matter: solid, liquid, or gas. In order to figure out which state of matter an object fits in, we have to examine its properties. The properties we look at are shape, mass, and volume. Mass is the amount of matter an object has, and volume is the amount of space that matter takes up. Solids are easy to recognize. They have definite shape, mass, and volume. Trees are solids. They are made up of tiny particles called atoms. These atoms are packed closely together and they hold the solid in a definite shape that does not change. If you look around your house, you see lots of solids: televisions, beds, chairs, and even the food you eat. Okay, I'm going to circle some of these. So they have definite shape and volume. And, oops. They all have matter. So matter, it means it takes up space. And they're grouped into three states of matter: solid, liquid, or gas. You have to look at shape, mass, and volume. Mass is the amount of matter an object has. Volume is the amount of space it has. And so they're made up of tiny particles called atoms. Atoms are packed closely together. So next time I'll do this as I'm reading it. And you can do the same thing. Maybe look at the questions first before you read. The next paragraph, paragraph 3. Okay. 1, 2, and 3. Liquids do not have definite shape. I bet that's important. But they do have definite mass and volume. Liquids are similar to solids because their atoms are close together. But what makes a liquid different is that these atoms can move around. Liquids can change shape by flowing. If you've ever spilled a glass of milk, then you know it spreads out across the floor. It does this because the milk is taking the shape of the floor. Since liquids do not have a definite shape of their own, oh, this might be good, they take the shape of the container. That is why the same amount of milk can look different in a tall glass, a wide mug, or spread out on your kitchen floor. So over here, solid, the atoms in a solid are packed closely together. They bond together and do not change shape. Liquid, the atoms in a liquid are close together and they slide around. So over here, these are all the words that are going to go in the blank. The first one is the three basic properties of matter are. Remember, we found those over here. Where is it? So it says three states of matter right here. Oh wait, this says the basic three properties of matter. Properties of matter. So right here it says the properties we look at are shape, mass, and volume. So you would text over here shape, mass, and volume. Okay. So it might help you to like mark out the word after we did volume. We did. You want to still see it in case you're like, wait, there's another word that might make sense and you have to change it. And space. Okay. It says all matter is made up of tiny particles called blank. Do you remember reading about tiny particles? I remember that here in paragraph 2. They're made up of tiny particles called atoms. So you look for the word atoms. Let's type it in. ATOMS. And then we are going to mark it out up here. Okay, volume is the amount of blank that matter takes up. So you come over here and look for volume. I'm not going to give you all the answers, but it's really important that you understand the answers are in this passage and you need to go back into it and find the best answer. And if you read the different words, so maybe volume is the amount of liquids that matter takes up. That doesn't really make sense, so try a different word. And after you finish, make sure you submit your answers to Shopee. And I hope you have a wonderful day, students.